Hi, I am Jill, and this video walks you through how to fill out the Understanding by Design template. The first stage of the template is stage 1, which is titled Identify Desired Results. So these are the results that we want our students to take away from new learnings. So from our unit, what do we want the students to learn? It's the meanings, the understandings, the acquisition of knowledge and skills. So let's go ahead and get started with the template, and I'll walk you through it in each step. So starting with stage 1, we have the course and unit summary. So this stage is pretty simple and straightforward. The course and unit summary are basically there to give you or the reader of your template basic context information. So the subject, the discipline, you'll include course numbers, time frame, grade levels. As you can see, the keywords, what type of school or organization you're working with. You're going to include textbook information, links to important material. So that's all for the course. And then for the unit, again, you're going to do a title and a time frame, unit delivery, and then for course design, why are you developing this course or what's the purpose? Again, the time frame to teach it and the level of expertise. So again, that's pretty basic information that you will fill out. Next is the unit summary. Here again, you'll briefly provide an overview of the unit in your own words. You'll want to put it in words that is easy to understand, so it's important to use simple wording. The next section is the professional organizations for the content. Here you will list all the professional organizations that you're going to use, which are the competencies, standards, or requirements for the course. You will include the organization name, the URL for the website, as well as the URL for the competencies, so they can go specifically to those competencies from that URL. The next section is the standards and or competencies section. Here you will make a list of any standards or competencies that the unit will address from the organizations that you've listed above. So these are basically the foundation in which the unit is built on. You also want to be sure that you include the code that aligns with the competency. So these codes will be referred to throughout the template, so you want to include the codes as well. So now for the transfer section. Transfer is basically the ideas that we want our students to be able to go away with. We want them to be able to use it at a future point in time without our coaching or teaching. So transfer is our ultimate goal. We want our students to be able to take what they've learned in our classroom and be able to transfer it into their daily life, whether that be in education down the road or something else that they are doing. You should include the transfer codes. So here I have listed T1, T2, T3, T4, and T5. So each transfer has a different code. And then also on the right hand side here, you want to align and include the competency code from above that aligns with this transfer. Next is the meaning section. So this is basically making meaning of the unit. Meaning is divided into two sections. You can see that we have essential questions and we also have understandings. The idea is that the meaning is overall, or the overall meaning or understanding that requires both the essential questions as well as the understandings together. Essential questions are basically the big ideas. Essential questions should be worded in the form of a question. These questions should be thought-provoking or debatable. They shouldn't have right or wrong answers. So again, this is how our students going to make meaning or transfer. What are the essential questions that we want them to be able to answer? Whereas, so understandings are, these are what we want the student to be able to understand. These are the takeaway points. So these should be an informative of a statement, and they should be able to think about, okay, what inferences should they make? Again, they should be put in a form of a statement. Students will understand that, dot, 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 and then explain what you want them to be able to understand. Again, for the essential questions and understandings, you want to include the competency codes that align with the competencies that you have included previously. And also you will want to include a code for each essential question and understanding. So like I mentioned before, Q1 for question 1 and U1 for understandings 1. Finally, now we'll talk about the acquisition portion, which again is divided into two sections, knowledge and skills. Knowledge is the basic facts or concepts that students should know. For example, this would be definitions or vocabulary. So this is just, again, basic concepts that students should be able to recall. Whereas skills are discrete skills or processes that the students should be able to use. So what do we want our students to be able to use? For example, it could be using a calculator or using a certain computer program. So you would need to list both the knowledge and skills that you want your students to be able to do. Again, you're going to include a code for both your knowledge and skills. So labeling them K number 1 or S number 1. And then again, you're going to include your competency codes in which these align with from your organizations that you listed above. So this wraps up the stage 1 of the UBD template. Hopefully this will help you when you are going to fill out a template of your own. Thank you.